Welcome, everybody. It's TGD Today. It's Pro Golf Talk Live with HR3, George Honeycutt, and the professor himself, Dr. Gene Weldon.
The reigning champion.
Hugh and I are still trying to get the feathers down. We've been eating some crow today.
Yes, we have. Yes,
Professor, we bow down to thee.
Thank you.
Only this week.
Only this week.
My goodness.
Now he's done got me angry.
Oh, good. I'm glad something stirred you up.
I'm coming.
You're coming? Who's your picks this week? Lexi Thompson?
Well, she can outdrive you.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, though. What does that do? But Gene goes ahead, and last week, of course, at Riviera, the L.A., the golf course that's within the golf course, in the valley, he picks Bubba Watson to take it all.
And boy, did y'all give me grief.
Oh,
I tell you what, though, when he hit the shot, the 9-iron from 180, which is probably like my 5-iron,
and he threw his hand off of it.
I thought it was up the hill in the gallery, and I said, well, Adam Scott's got a shot now. And dang if he didn't hit the thing 10 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how do you let go like that and not?
That was a great skull.
I mean,
there's a lot of that going on.
It's
There
crazy.
There is. There are a lot of people that let the hand go, and I know it's a bad shot, or usually it is, but his wasn't.
Well, apparently, according to my dad, you let go of it. I used to get my butt whipped, with a belt or something. But, I mean, when he did it, I went, okay, it's over. Because it looked like he hit it straight up into the side of the hill over there. And next thing you know, it's 10 feet. And I'm like, yeah, this is over. Okay, time to go back to racing. I was like, whatever.
I'm sitting there. I had just gotten in from work, and I'm watching the final, and he comes up 18. He hits a decent drive. He was getting outdriven by one of his playing opponents on each hole.
Was that Kokrak?
Yeah.
God, he's out driving him 30, 40 yards.
30 yards, yeah.
Hey, he hit it past him a few times, and Bubba turned around and hit it past him a few times.
You don't need to.
Oh, I know I don't. I know who won the golf tournament.
You don't need to keep changing his diaper and wiping his butt. I mean, he won the golf tournament. Okay, let's give Jason a little bit of credit. He was spanking it.
He was hitting the ball. I thought
and
he
Jason,
played with the exception
and
of the last
Jason
two
had
holes.
a
He played
great
good.
tournament. I thought he had a great
He hit a good
tournament.
putt at 18.
He hit
He
the
hit a
perfect
really good putt. He just didn't move.
Yeah.
But that's
So,
Riviera.
And then, of course, Bubba, that's his 9th win on tour. He said at 10 he was going to retire. I just hope they all lay down at his next event, just let him win, and then we'll get rid of him. So,
you guys, he's not a bad guy.
Okay.
He really isn't.
Okay.
Didn't you hear the guy talking about he's working on his own course as hard as he can?
You putting him in?
Okay.
Never mind. You're a Cam Newton fan too, so it's
No,
all
I'm not.
relative.
I am not.
Because they are in the same category.
No.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
All right, so Hugh ended up having to, just to kind of give you an update on our wagers last week, Hugh ended up having to bring the donuts in this morning to the studio, so we have been enjoying free donuts.
Yes, they were very good. Thank you.
I'll get even. I'm not worried one bit.
But we're going to make our picks today, Pro Golf Talk Live, right here on TGD Radio and TV. We're going to be making picks for this week's event. The boys are in Florida at the Honda.
Yep. South Florida.
PGA National. Again, reigning champion. First off, an individual you would never imagine would even have picked up a win, but Padraig Harrington is the reigning champion. This after he put one in the water during regulation play last year. Ended up in a playoff, and, of course, won in the playoff because his playoff opponent put one in the water during the playoff.
Daniel Berger.
So this year, of course, big field that goes down to the Honda. You got a couple of name players, Ricky Fowler, Rory McIlroy. Your Jordan Spieth aren't going to be there. But, however, the Florida swing starts next week, Doral, Trump National. We're hoping that Donald shows up. But, of course, his presidential run, who knows.
He'll be there.
I'm hoping he is. I'm looking forward to a helicopter ride. Then the week after that, they go to Tampa.
They're going to escort you off the property?
Probably. I don't know. Then we go to Copperhead up in Tampa at Innisbrook. And then, of course, right after that, Bay Hill. And, of course, Arnie's place. I hope Arnie's well. And then they go to Houston for the quote-unquote practice on the greens that are the closest things, supposedly. Although it's in Texas, it's supposed to mimic Georgia greens. And then the next week, Augusta, the Masters.
The Masters.
Can't wait.
And we'll start the clock. You know me.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty soon our producer, Jeff, will be keying us in with the music. I'll have to have a box of Kleenexes right here because the tears will begin to flow. But that's okay. Gene, you've joined us now. We've asked you to become a regular part of Pro Golf Talk Live and many of our other shows. I want to thank you again and tell you how much I appreciate you doing this.
Again, I appreciate the invitation, and I look forward to working with you guys. It's fun for me and most enjoyable.
And as HR says, it's nice to have somebody that actually knows what he's talking about.
It's just nice to sit next to class. That's all I have to say. It's nice to finally sit next to someone with class.
Al's going to ask me about that again later.
That has nothing to do with him.
No, it's got
That's
nothing to do with
directed
him.
at somebody else.
Okay,
but-
boys, Honda down in Florida, PGA National. The wind's going to be up. They've had some weather issues in Florida this week, tornadoes, specifically up in the Pensacola area. But, again, the winds are up there. Everybody's wondering where this wind's coming from because there's a lot of it. I don't know if it sustains itself over the 4 days. I mean, this golf course is, although it looks kind of simply a banger's course, if you hit it a long way, you probably could do pretty well.
Yeah, but you got to be able to find it.
Exactly.
I mean, this golf course doesn't give.
There's hazards pretty much either hidden or not hidden, but there's pretty much hazards everywhere.
Yeah, and that's why I say if you can hit it 9 miles, but you've got to be able to work your golf ball because there is no room for a mistake.
Well, Gene, you came in with the piece of paper hermetically sealed, so we couldn't get our eyes on it. So I'm just crawling out of my skin now, wondering what your picks are. So let's go. Let me get your 3 picks for the Honda.
I thought I'd give y'all a chance. So I'm going to take Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, Lexi Thompson.
No, he's got Lexi.
And Alice Cooper.
He's got Okay.
Gene.
We're picking 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't lose.
I'll let you pick one, and then HR will pick one, then I'll pick one.
Brandon Grace.
Brandon Grace. Wow, how did I not see that coming?
That's a good pick.
That is a good pick. He
Can
is
I
really
change it
playing
if
well
y'all like it? I don't.
Nope. Nope. By the way, you requested off air yesterday while you were visiting with me, which I always enjoy when you stop by to say hello. You had concerns about if you picked one player or if we picked one player and you had him on your list, could we not have the same player? Well, yes, we can have the same player.
Good.
We just make it the professor rule.
Well,
You can have the same player. Because if we pick someone that you likewise picked, it's a damn good pick. So we're going to stay there.
Okay.
Okay. HR, who you got?
Matt Jones.
Matt Jones. Wow. Scraping the bottom of that barrel, are we? Okay.
That man's hot and cold. If he's hot, he's a great pick.
I got Paul Casey.
That's amazing. You actually knew he was playing and maybe researched him a little bit.
Crap. Wow.
I'm
All right.
impressed, George. You
Professor,
actually
go.
looked at it.
Professor, go.
Russell Knox.
Russell Knox. Wow. No. I didn't even know he was playing. HR.
He finished
Ricky
second
Fowler.
and third last
Oh,
year.
God. You're going to go there.
I'm going with Michael Jordan Jr.
We got to. I've got to get you some of those pants and shoes. I've got Billy Horschel.
Another good pick. He's got somebody feeding him. That's it.
I've
I
got
know he's
zero.
not.
Well, here's the
people feed
beauty
me.
of Horschel. He's still trying to figure out these golf clubs he's got. So
Sure he is.
He is.
Absolutely
but
he is.
He's going to have a better year.
Absolutely he is.
Back to me already?
Yes, sir.
Luke Donald.
Oh, now. Okay. Somebody get Professor Appeal. He's totally lost his mind.
Here we go again.
He's totally
Here we go again.
lost. Can you believe he Is that not laughable? Oh my
God,
gosh,
if I didn't
Gene.
love you so much.
Gene,
I'm doing
What,
this just for
George?
Heather.
was there a palpitation? I mean, did you have to get the defibrillator out? I mean, what happened? How do you pick him?
It's pretty easy.
I didn't
That
even
golf
know if he-
course suits his game.
I'm surprised he even qualified for the event. Wow.
It does.
Okay. HR,
Thrill.
the thrill.
Who you picking?
He knows exactly who, because who knows how far out in the water he might hit it, but he might make two.
Oh my God.
Going with Mickelson.
That Mickelson? You remember how much grief you gave me
You
when I
went
took
man
him 2
boobs.
weeks ago? And you went and take okay.
You went man
All right,
boobs.
there you go.
Well, it doesn't hurt that his caddy's one of my former teammates.
Jeff,
Yeah,
put,
but
put a
we
note.
can't put emotion on this. I think
didn't.
I heard Professor say
I think
no
he's-
emotion.
I'm just telling you, I think the guy's starting to play pretty good.
All right.
That's
And
what I
he's
told
known,
y'all-
and
that's
he's
what I
always
told you
played
3
well at
weeks ago.
Doral.
My third,
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy.
Good luck. After the way he finished last week, you
After
can
his
have him.
press conference Monday, I'm sitting here going, "Oh yeah, baby, let's go. We're gonna ride that pony."
Jeff, would you make a note of the derision that came my way on Luke Donald, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
I tell you what, Mean Gene,
When did I become Mean Gene?
we're gonna do a little side bet. I'm gonna side bet that my boy Roy beats your boy Luke
Oh, really?
overall.
Oh, really?
Okay, how about that?
No.
Come on.
No.
You feel so confident in it.
No,
I think you actually had an old timer's moment and you just totally lost it.
No.
You thought it was 1999 or 2001 or whatever, and you picked Luke Donald.
Do you all see what I have to deal with here?
Okay, so let's recap. Professor has Brendan Grace, Russell Knox, and Luke Donald.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Let me put a frown face beside that and a question mark. HR's got Matt Jones, Ricky Fowler, and Phil Mickelson. I'm sorry. I've got Paul Casey, Billy Horschel, and Roy McIlroy. All right.
You could very well
All
have.
right. Let's do scores.
You could have a situation on your team, sir, where you don't have anybody make the cut.
I
You
literally
said it,
could.
I didn't. You
I
said
literally
it, I
could.
didn't.
But you know what? I probably got 3 in the top 10 too.
You can get some side action on that one.
Okay. All right. What's our winning score? Gene?
I don't even need to put one down because I don't. Think
There won't be a
there's-
tiebreaker?
No,
Okay.
I don't need a
Yeah,
tiebreaker.
well, that's true. I'm surprised Luke even made it out of Chicago to get down there to play. Okay. You want to throw a number out there
14.
in your research?
14.
HR's got 14.
They're playing so much better now than. It's going to be windy.
Mm-hmm.
I still think 16's the number.
16?
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
You going to do your usual and take 17?
I'm going to go right in the middle.
Oh,
See, I was thinking more 12.
14, 15, 16.
I think it's
was
gonna be
actually
lower.
I was actually leaning 12.
I think
12,
it's going to
11.
be lower. But
Yeah, but whatever.
that's
Want-
just my own
Want to do
personal.
dark horse?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to. I mean,
Well, y'all let me start off, so nobody will pick my dark horse, I'm sure.
nobody?
I don't
0?
think so. No, nobody here will pick it.
Oh, really? Is he even playing? Let me guess. You're going to go Ian Poulter again.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I know exactly where I'm going.
Well, if I'm gonna go dark horse, I'm gonna go dark. All right, who you got dark?
I'm going last.
You're going last.
Y'all let me go first
Oh,
for
I'm
the
sorry.
other three. Doing the dark horse, we'll come
Wow.
this way.
Okay. Let me write this down. I'm ready to make mine. If y'all
Make
Go
sure he's
ahead.
playing.
really, I'm gonna stick with my kid, my prodigy, Matthew Fitzpatrick. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you really want to talk dark. Fitzpatrick for George. All right. HR, who you got?
Brooks Koepka.
Brooks Koepka. And that's because he's already at 15 under on the first day. Is that right?
Nope. 3 under pars leading the golf tournament.
Okay. All right. Who you got, Gene?
Oh, golly.
You want to check the leaderboard before you make your choice?
If he
All
goes
I've
with
got
Freddie
is my
Jockerson,
notes.
I might have a heart attack.
He's a good play.
I got some pills out in the truck
I'm looking
here.
at what he's got over here, and I'm going, oh, gosh.
I'm waiting for him to pick Smiley.
You don't even know what this is.
It doesn't matter.
You want to go Smiley?
No, I don't want to go Smiley. I'm torn between.
Oh, go Siwoo Kim.
No, it's either Donaldson or Lingerman.
Oh, go Stuart Appleby. There's a good pick.
Don't knock Albo now. You get him. That guy can hit a golf ball.
Oh, sure he can.
He can strike it.
Sure he can.
Stewie. Apple.
You got Ollie Snyder, Jans.
I'll take Lingermuth.
Lingmirth.
Yeah.
Well, there's a shot in the dark.
Well, we said dark horse, didn't we?
Well, he's a leader right now.
How the hell? Excuse me. How the hell do you know he's the leader?
I'm sitting
Call
here
the-
looking
you
at the
sitting there
scores.
it's
making
called the
your-
internet.
You're sitting there making your picks, looking at the scores.
I'm just.
He's sitting there making his picks.
I'm gonna
looking
tell you,
at the
if I
scores.
took Fitzpatrick based on his scoring position, I'm screwed. He's
Why?
already
He
at
hadn't
1
even-
over. He's done with the round for the day. He shot 71. So he's already at 1 over par.
Well, it's still.
He's tied for 484th.
That'll be inside the cut line for the day's over. I mean, you
Okay.
look at 3 unders leading.
I like
Oh, you got Lingmer.
300's lead.
Even par is in the top 10.
I know that, but
No wonder
You leave me
guys
alone.
went low on the number.
Lingmirth is 2 under through 14. Brooks is 2 under through 14. Now Hugh looked.
You guys,
That's where Hugh picked
I was
up
either
his
going to
name.
go with him or Duffner.
Jeff.
And Duffner's at even.
We-
And you looked there too.
I
Duffner
like-
was at
I
200.
like-
Duffner
your-
was on my list. You see
He
that
was
right
at
there?
2 under.
Look at there. Gene.
He
Was he not
wasn't.
on my list?
He was on mine.
You see where he's on my list?
Let
right
me
there?
ask,
I'm
guys.
marking
Based on Los Angeles, and even today, I mean, right now, Adam Scott's even par. You think Adam's putting woes have turned around a little bit?
He putted lights out with the exception of a few short ones last week. They're going to jump up and bite him at some point in time. Those things just don't go away. They don't. But he was impressive last week. Let's leave it
Yeah.
at that.
He looked. I mean, he did not look like he had the yips. I mean,
No.
a couple of putts maybe, and those greens will make you look that way though.
Yeah, they
I
will.
mean, with the Poana, but I mean, I thought he looked solid.
I tell you what, you'll find out when he gets to Augusta for sure.
Oh yeah,
If
yeah.
he can't
But
put those-
I
And
think
I
you'll
really-
find out next week.
I really do believe,
Good point.
and I agree with Hugh. I really do believe that Doral will be the first real test, and then if he goes to Houston and plays there,
Yeah.
then although the nerves of Augusta is not going to be on the wrist, on the hands, but the speed of the greens and the type of grass that they're playing on there, if any kind of pop at the bottom end with that putter, it's going to jump right up and show itself. Yeah, just that little tweak.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's like Ernie. You know, he's gone cross-handed. He looks much more comfortable with the flat stick, and it's reflective in his scores. Adam,
Well, he
same
said
thing at
Ernie
LA.
said in his press conference that he feels better over the putter now.
I mean, Ernie was going to quit golf last year.
Yeah.
He was going to quit. He was done, and it was all because of the putter. So, but Adam now, he had a good ball striking week. He had a good putter week. Of course, that chip he threw in on 18 in Los Angeles at Riviera, if it doesn't go in the hole, it's 50 feet by. I mean, it was humming. No doubt about it. It just caught the pin dead center and dropped down. Great. Super birdie. So, you got to look at it. I mean, he's even par through 15, so he's still in this tournament, and he's playing with Ernie. So,
I mean, this time of year in South Florida, whether it's this week, down there at Honda, or it's next week at
I'm really
Doral,
surprised-
the wind's going to play a factor.
I'm really surprised you didn't jump on Pat Perez.
No,
I'm really surprised.
I like Pat a lot, but he's
Yeah.
a good friend, whatever.
He's a
but
good player, but he's
He
on a
can't
slump
close.
right
Well,
now.
he was
just
your
can't
pick
close.
several times last year.
yeah, he just
So,
can't close.
He can't close. Okay. Should we make first 2-day picks and then second 2-day picks? Or
No, I'm just saying.
No, we're not going to do anything pick-wise until I get a computer sitting here in front of me so I can look at the scores before we pick.
Well, hey,
Well,
you not
you
having a
can-
computer there in front of you is not our fault. I'm sorry.
I just
you know.
didn't know that y'all would do that. I
Really?
That surprises me.
Really.
Mine was written.
I tell you what, let's make
on
picks for
time
the-
I looked was
I know.
Hey, Hugh, hold on.
I know he was
Hugh,
watching,
Hugh,
though.
shh, be quiet.
What?
Gene, let's make picks for the LPGA event that's going on in Thailand right now. Okay, I'll pick first. I got Lexi Thompson.
Let's do the European tour.
Gene, I got Lexi. Who you got, Hugh?
I got Lexi.
I think I'll take Lexi.
You
too.
want Lexi?
Yeah.
Lexi shoots 8 under par on her first round at the Honda in Thailand. And my goodness, she just goes out and tears it up. But Q Beek is at 7 under. Amy Yang's at 6 under. Azara Munoz.
Oh, there's his girl.
Azara Munoz. Keep an eye on Azara Munoz.
He's a pedophile.
I'm not a pedophile. She's of legal age.
What? Is she 17?
Jenny Shin's at 4 under par. Would y'all stop it?
She's legal age, but not for drinking.
Oh, me.
I don't think she's legal age for
Oh,
George.
Paula Creamer shoots 69. Good start for her. Glad to see the Pink Panther on her way back. I hope she's on her way back. She one of those names that everybody wants to pay attention to. See Young Kim's 3 under par. As I mentioned, Paula Creamer at 69, 3 under par. Again, in Thailand, this is that Asian swing. Then they pop back over. They play one event, California
I have no idea.
or Phoenix.
Probably California.
Okay. And then they do
Then
their
they go
Florida
down,
swing.
and then when do they go down the shore?
Oh, that's like 4 weeks away. That's the week after. Isn't that the week after Augusta?
It's either before or just after.
Yeah. Oh, well, whatever.
Because I
So,
know the champions go Mississippi, week off from the Masters, and then they go to Atlanta
mhm.
So I think it's April. I think it's May. I think it's in May when the Nabisco is.
Oh, okay.
I think
So
so.
it's switched between the players and
Yeah, I think it's afterwards.
and Augusta.
Yeah.
So, again, this year, the players is going to be a lot of fun to cover.
I want to see the redos.
A lot of people are going to be in the mix because we're talking Ryder Cup year and we're talking Olympics. So a lot going on.
Yeah, very much so.
European Tour, real quick, bring you up to speed what's happening there at the ISPS Henday Perth International. And, folks, it has been dry in Western Australia this summer. Their December, January summer, and extremely dry. Really, the only brown that you don't see is on the golf course when they've been able to get the irrigation going. But these guys are having a whale of a time, especially the afternoon rounds. The winds kicked up to almost 25 knots, and the ground itself, the greens they estimated were at about 14, and they almost stopped play.
That's standard down there, though.
Yeah.
Those greens, they can get greens so quick down there. It's ridiculous. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. And you think these things are dead, and then the next day they're just as next morning they're beautiful.
Well,
But-
interestingly, Peter Uihlein actually got out early and set the bar at 7 under par. And then you watch the guys that were going out in the afternoon rounds when the wind kicked up, which it always blows in the afternoon, and it makes the 100-degree heat much more bearable, no doubt. But the guys in the afternoon, they were spotlighting Victor Dubuisson, and I mean, literally, he just fought his tail off to shoot +5. He shot 77.
Oh, I mean, same thing happened to us one time in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. We're down there playing a link-style course at Humewood, and the wind's blowing 55 miles an hour. You know, balls are barely staying on tees, and when you put them on the green.
Right.
And there were holes that in the practice rounds with no wind you were hitting driver and 7-irons to that you couldn't get to in 3 shots.
55. That's got to move the ball too much. To
It
play
did. The
on
ball
those.
would
Well-
it would teeter, but it never moved.
You could see it on the camera coverage today, the ball actually jostling
Yeah.
on the greens. You could see it just sitting there moving.
And see
Now,
the-
it wasn't moving from its spot, but you could see it, and then players would back off, scared that if they grounded it and made it move, then, of course,
Yeah.
they would be penalized.
So you're saying with the draw, Uline might have won the golf tournament today.
Very well.
Could have.
If
Very
the
much
weather
so.
continues
I
this
know
way.
he missed about 8 or 9 footer on the last hole for 64.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Pretty
I mean,
strong
literally,
golf.
this is one of those events. You're not going to win it on Thursday, but you can lose it. Well, hell, he could have won it today.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Now, there is 6 unders. There's 2 of those. Shiv Kapoor, he shoots 6 under. He was in the morning round. He'll go in the afternoon tomorrow. Roman Waddell was in the morning round. He'll go tomorrow afternoon. He's at 6 under par. So for Peter to be in the afternoon wave and to shoot 7 under, I mean, that was just phenomenal. That's just great golf. So considering that the winds had kicked up so hard. And then you start looking at some of these other scores. I mean, right now, high score for the day was at plus 14.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were playing.
Wow.
I didn't even say that one, Jeff.
All right.
Oh, that's right. He's a 15. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna start.
I missed a shot.
I'm going to bring back up the sheet.
Yeah, don't give him any more
Okay.
credit than he deserves.
Okay. A lot of fun to watch this golf tournament. A lot of fun to look at these, to see these golf courses.
Well,
They're old school.
yeah, it's old school. It's almost Scottish type golf, but it's in Australia. You've got a lot of low shots, bump and runs, not a lot of big high carry looking shots into. I mean, it's imagination golf, which nowadays, I'm sorry, and this is going to be golf. The modern day golfers, these kids nowadays, they don't play that way. They play one dimensional, hit it high as you can hit it, far as you can hit it, and go.
Tell you how far it was rolling out today. Nicholas Kozarts is on the par 4 dogleg left downhill. He hits a 3-wood. It travels 389 meters.
That's four.
Do the math. That's 405
I was
yards
going to say it's about 408. Is what I was going
Yeah.
to say.
with a 3-wood.
with 3 wood.
With 3-wood. That's how much the ball was hitting, bounding. It wasn't just kicking. It was bounding. We're talking about, it looks like hitting trampolines. And just rolling and rolling.
I mean, that's where if you can just miss the bunkers,
rolling.
you're golden.
Victor Dubuisson on the same hole hit driver. Okay? He was 111 yards behind Kozarts.
That would be the same club I would hit, but I'd have to hit it twice to get to where he got.
Yeah. But where Dubuisson hit his shot, it hit the fairway once and then went right into the rough. Died right there. Where Kozarts had picked up so much, he had taken it over the trees, around the corner with the 3-wood. It then hit on the downslope and just took off like a banshee.
Yeah, well, that's where the 3-wood, it's more loft. You can turn it easier, and therefore it's utilizing the wind and
And then the commentators, of course, are saying, why did Dubuisson hit driver? He didn't need to hit driver.
well, he's French. That's
You know?
enough said.
Oh, he's from France.
I mean,
That was good, bud.
We might have lost some audience there.
That's
no,
we didn't.
But I mean, you look at him and he just looks like he's going at it 90, but he's always hitting drivers. He's like he's trying to be aggressive. He's just not utilizing the best utensil to be aggressive with. That's and I mean I can say that. Hell, my last name's Royer. My relatives are from France, so I mean
France.
whatever. In Georgia, we say it France.
France. All right, guys. Good stuff. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate your time. HR, thanks for coming in
Pleasure.
as always. Of
And
course,
thanks for the
TGD
donuts.
Yeah, thanks for the donuts.
My pleasure.
Free ones
I'm
are
not-
always good.
I'm not going to mention it anymore. George is buying.
You just
next
better
week.
hope you don't have to buy it next week.
Oof.
And if he has to buy,
y'all better hope
Now, hey,
Donald doesn't play.
if
good.
he has to buy,
yeah,
round table would just be nothing but
he won't show
a
up.
grief
will he?
table.
Will he show up?
If I have to buy, I would really not.
If the dude eats any more crow, he's going to grow feathers.
I'm
I
just
would
telling
really
you.
not eat the
You think
donuts.
abuse? What was the thing with
I
they used to
wouldn't
roast
eat the
somebody?
donuts.
You know, they put them up there for their birthday or whatever and roast them or famous. You remember that's
If
he
I
loses.
have to buy them, I wouldn't eat the donuts.
We've been warned, Hugh.
I wouldn't eat
We
the donut.
have been warned.
At least I'm an honorable person and brought
They were
freshly
very good.
made.
If there was something wrong with them, everybody in the building is not
Yeah.
going to feel
TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Digital Network for thegolfdirector.com. Be sure to check out our featured course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, much more. Need help with a golfing vacation? Just call Dave. You can give us a call right here at the Golf Director, 844-GO-GOLF-1, 844-464-6531. All of our programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand. You can just watch this show and watch this show and watch this show. You could just do it forever. It never ends. Just click the TGD Radio or the TGD TV tabs in the menu screen at thegolfdirector.com. You can find us on 1 billion devices at iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Periscope, Catch.me, and, of course, Blueberry. George Honeycutt, Hugh Roy III, Professor Gene Weldon, and Big Jeff behind the glass. We want to thank you for joining us today on TGD Today, right here on TGD Radio and TV. Don't go anywhere. There's a lot more golf news and information coming right after this.